pro. It's a special night. It's a special sight. Special fight. That's what we're here to see.
Sa mundo ng boxing, isang pangalan ang hindi kailanman mawawala sa diskusyon.
Manny Pacquiao!
At ngayon, may umiinit na naman na balita. Ito ang posibleng pagbabalik ni Manny Pacquiao sa ibabaw ng lona ngayong Hulyo 2025. At ang pinag-uusapang makakalaban niya ay ang batang world champion ng Mexico, ang kasalukuyang WBC welterweight interim champion na si Mario Barrios. Ngayong araw ay tatalakayin natin ang mga detalye ng posibilidad na laban at kung gaano ito kaposible o kadelikado para sa one of the greatest boxer in the world. Itong nakaraang Martes lamang sa post ng Viva Promotion sa social media na planong maging undercard ang WBC Junior Lightweight Title Eliminator kung saan maghaharap ang ating former world champion Mark Magnifico Magsayo kontra Eduardo Hernandez ng Mexico. Ito ay magaganap sa undercard ni Manny Pacquiao at Mario Barrios. Si Mario Barrios alias El Azteca ay isang Mexican-American fighter na kasalukuyang may hawak ng WBC Interim World Welterweight title. Sa edad na 29, ito ay mataas, mabilis at aktibo sa laban. Tila malayo sa pisikal na kondisyon ni Manny Pacquiao sa ngayon. Ngunit alam natin na ang ating pambansang kamao ay hindi isang ordinaryong boksingero. Sa kanyang karera, ilang beses na niyang pinatunayan na ang edad ay hindi hadlang sa determinasyon, disiplina at tagumpay. Kung matuloy ang laban na ito, maraming nakataya. Para kay Barrios, ito ang pagkakataon para patunayan ang sarili laban sa isang boxing legend. Para naman kay Pacquiao, ito ay posibleng huling paglalakad sa ibabaw ng ring. Isang laban para sa karangalan at para muling mabigyan ng inspirasyon ang sambayan ng Pilipino. Pero ito rin ang isang pinakamalaking panganib sa edad na 46. Kaya pa ba ni Manny ang matinding kompetisyon? Lalo na't halos 3 taon na magmula nang lumaban ito sa isang professional bout. O ipapamalas na naman kaya ni Manny Pacquiao ang husay nito at uukit muli kaya sa kasaysayan? O panibagong record na naman ito sa history na magagawa ni Manny Pacman Pacquiao. Pero isang bagay ang malinaw, hindi pa tapos ang kwento ni Manny Pacquiao. Ano man ang mangyari, mananatili siyang simbolo ng tapang, sipag at dangal ng Pilipino. At kung sakaling bumalik siya sa ibabaw ng ring, muli natin siyang suportahan. Hindi lang bilang isang boksingero, kundi bilang ating pambansang inspirasyon. Isa sa mga pinaka-interesanting koneksyon ni Manny Pacquiao at Mario Barrios ay ang isang pangalan na parehong dumaan sa kanila na si Yordenis Ugas. Taong 2021, dito nagharap si Manny Pacquiao at si Yordenis Ugas. Taong 2023, kinalaban naman ni Barrios si Yordenis Ugas. Mula unang round pa lang, kapansin-pansin na ang estratehiya ni Mario Barrios. Kontrolado niya ang distansya gamit ang jab at laging nakaposisyon para sa counter. Hindi siya nagmamadali, kalma, matalino at disiplinado. Si Ugas bagamat veterano ay tila hirap makapasok. Ilang beses siyang napigilan ng mahabang reach at footwork ni Barrios. At kada pasok niya, may parusang kasunod.
Collaboration will be helpful to him. Of course, Ugas was an Olympic medal. My style is better suited for the pros, and while we not open his eye for 40 hours at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas.
Sa gitna ng laban, nakikita na unting-unting nagbabago ang kumpiyansa ni Barrios. Mas naging agresibo siya, pero hindi pabaya.
You don't see any, we haven't seen from Barrios this year. It's heartless as a, and that's one thing that
Double jab from the back. Throw that punch, and you know, against a 37-year-old, jab again from Barrios to the top of Ugas' head. Over 12 knockouts in his 27 career fight, coming off the win over Giovanni Santiago.
and then your keys to victory, Ugas. But right now he's just trying to stay against.
Bumagsak si Ugas patapos ang malinis na counter.
But him needing to use the jab and taking some risks. Just up, Delorme. He was also dropped by Emmanuel Robles. Hit the deck and surprising turn of events at the back more aggressively now to start. And Ugas momentarily changes left. Copy now.
body shot with her hand. You know, gentlemen. Stop. That body. Don't force it though.
Anything that wants him to continue to.
Single shot and backed up Ugas.
Yeah, it's interesting. And you know, Ugas had success to the body and some upper body movement, showing defense, can weave, utilizing some lateral moves. Right uppercut, right hand by Barrios. So, gosh, nice. Final minute of the fourth to be an effective weapon here in the fourth. Although the
Hand on top.
Another look at it. The left hook sails by, and we're going to see it here. Countering the left hook jab, he's thrown 156 with jab. No, he is not. And one of them, of course,
Have Troy continue to counter if you're Ugas. You know, we're got to do something to take away the jab because, again,
nice in the Barrios. Another double. This is a really interesting fight. You could Barrios' jab proving to be effective while losses by split decision. It's a fifth.
Ugas letting his do that because you heard Barrios.
Barrios pops the jab. There's some levels. There's a right hand by.
But he's got to follow it up. He's got to continue.
He can't afford to be that low in volume, Barrios. Ways, maybe already surpassing him all. It's Ugas for you, obviously, and Barrios throwed
Your Barrios, you want to step him against hook.
Yeah, is there from his trainer. Some of the momentum back in this fight. So yeah, beautiful. 17 months ago, and that was those were the questions come. And already facing adversity in this fight over the course of this fight. We'll see. 5 punches, landed 5. Barrios has thrown Ugas offense needed here in this speed. But in volume.
Part that does that, you know, one shot here, one shot there. Again,
Jab, left hook upstairs, but then he's the right. Barrios taking that overhand rights, you know, set up by a jab and then kind of a beginning of the round, the nice right hand by him. Johannesburg with that jab to the body, followed immediately. Well, he's off the back foot. He's been using the jab as the scorer, Steve Farhood. Steve on everything he said. That's true.
That'll be won over the second half of the fight.
you know, still trying, and he's still dangerous with that overhand right. He doesn't come in, and you know, he stops him in his tracks. And Barrios fighting really cautious right now.
I don't know how much of a factor it's going to be, but you can feel this right hand upstairs by Ugas.
But he is. If you want to continue,
It becomes a factor as this fight wears on. Punchers at 147, and so
throwing single jab, and now he's doubling on.
That's not enough for him. Oh, Ugas misses with the over. Eighth round here at T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas,
And he does it at times, Barrios, and he's really effective with it.
Pennyring's going the 12 round. Continues to eat the jabs. Barrios digs
to the body, but you know, Barrios turns it over to him. I mean, the intentions obviously for Barrios is to let
60 home runs in the season. Ugas was looking for a big-time home run. Oh, left hook, right hand by. Very good. I'm a announcer who follows pop culture. I know a lot of it. Wow. Ugas is really looking for Mario Barrios. Best right hand of the fight. Overhand right. Mario Barrios.
Umabot man ng 12 rounds. Malinaw sa lahat kung sino ang namayani. Unanimous decision, pabor lahat para kay Mario Barrios. Hindi lang basta panalo ito. Ito ay isang statement win. Balikan natin ang isang makasaysayang gabi sa Araneta Coliseum. Ang laban ni Manny Pacquiao kontra sa Mexican Warrior na si Oscar Chololo Larios. Isang laban na hindi lang tungkol sa titulo, kundi isang laban na isinabuhay ang diwa ng pagiging Pilipino. Magugunitang dumayo si Oscar Larios sa Pilipinas para hamunin ang ating pambansang kamao para sa WBC International Super Featherweight title. Sa mga panahong ito, si Pacquiao ay nasa rurok ng kanyang kasikatan galing sa sunod-sunod na panalo laban sa mga higanteng Mexican tulad nina Barrera at Morales. At sa unang pagkakataon, mula 1975, muling bumalik ang isang world-class title fight sa Pilipinas. Sa parehong lugar kung saan lumaban si Muhammad Ali kay Joe Frazier, ang Trilla in Manila.
Yeah, well, his big strength is his work rate over 12 rounds. It has to do with Pacquiao, but the problem, I feel Pacquiao is improving. I think Freddie Roach is finally a slugger these days, a bomb-happy slugger.
Superiority. Does hit with Manny Pacquiao. And the 2 years older at 29. And a major underdog here.
At the start of the second here, leading with the left hand, that's where he's
predicted that he would get Barrios. There have been one or two rumours that he may not have trained quite involved in this promotion. And
it's difficult, I mean, huge distractions. Yeah, he is a superstar.
Unassuming type Oscar Barrios. Trade. Look at this from him, trying to meet advantage in power.
Yeah, it's just in that round, just maybe a little bit too long there. But this is a decent round.
Coming off a defeat to Israel Vasquez. Full defences of his World 8 Stone 10 crown. If he can take Pacquiao out.
Well, this has been a good round from Barrios. Not really allowed Andy's ground.
Yeah, work rate from Barrios as Oscar Barrios goes on the attack and just stuns Manny Pacquiao. Big left hand. Well, this is something.
Estimated the power of Barrios. The best of shape here. Well, this man will find out rounds non-stop.
There's a real gladiator. There's a right hand through the middle. Occasionally,
Barrios may be a better fighter out of the super bantamweight division. He's 5 foot making the weight. So, a big asking about the 9 stone mark than it was in the super bantamweight division.
He's trying to measure his punches. Call at the start of this session. Not on the glamour around it, and that's good work.
And that was classy stuff there from Pacquiao. Again, the first half of this round, don't know maybe if he's landed enough punches to turn.
That was the same eye that curtailed his fight with... Lost his WBC Super Bantamweight title that night, so 20 seconds to the third. Trouble for Barrios.
Yeah, but he's the one causing the surprise with the grip he's showing and the physical strength. He's not a massive puncher.
What a round.
Estimated. I mean, there was a big left hook roundabout here. I think that one had him in some trouble.
With Eric Morales sometime in the autumn. One apiece gain. Could give him trouble, Larry.
The length of his punches are what's troubling Pacquiao as yet. He's been pinned with the long punches.
Pacquiao has stopped 33 of his, including Eric Morales and Marco Antonio Barrera. That was how he'd love another one. And he's starting to very, very watchable.
Yeah, big improvement in Pacquiao's work. The heads coming together, but it wasn't the heads that caused.
No. Due to that injury, Barrios loses. He'll know about that because that's what happened. Still trying to pull Pacquiao.
Again, Pacquiao, but the pace and the length of the punch is still giving him some problems. I think he would have fancied he'd be dominating by now.
Pacquiao. Straight punches.
Times in the past, Freddie Roach has worried because he didn't listen to Pacquiao's work yet.
Because this is his first fight. Jumped up fast. But he's holding his own.
Yep, he was. And Pacquiao has the look of the action by now.
Starts very fast, Manny Pacquiao. He scored one Manuel Market opener of their contest, which ended in a draw.
The hands up, blocking and trying to counter.
Yeah, picked that one very well, Manny Pacquiao. He looks more 7 than he did earlier on in his career, and Barrios just nods.
I think he's expecting the jab, he's thinking about countering a jab in the straight left.
In this sort of company, as Pacquiao...
At times, signs that he could become left-hand happy again, which...
Well, especially to the body, that allowed him...
I mean, he has lots of success with the left-hand lead. I think
he's getting against...
He's very dangerous. Pacquiao was quick with the counters.
So Pacquiao, who's settled in the super featherweight division over the last year and a half.
There's no counter, he's well out of vision by the time Barrios.
Smiles there.
Whether it's not intentional, the referee should stay out of it. There's nothing you can do.
He lives in the Philippines as Pacquiao goes through, rattles the hand speed.
I mean, he had no answer to what...
Speedy, starting to flow from Manny Pacquiao.
Signs that Pacquiao could be looking at the stoppage here.
Shots from Pacquiao. Barrios brave. Comes back with more. One-sided.
What are you doing? So signs that Pacquiao could.
Yeah, he will want that, crave that. The mouth open of Oscar Barrios. It's been a hard above. And 2 years younger. And there is the big difference. That could be a warning of big things to come.
Another guy occupied with the pace and the amount of the power. He's coming right through those and landing bigger punches. That was a beautiful.
Barrios was down in the first round with a pretty good chin. Oh, he walks it. Pacquiao moving into overdrop. No signs of stopping. Really putting the punches.
He's in huge trouble. We know to hide. He's going to stand there and try to trade with stoppage looking on the cards here. Yeah, but at the moment I think he's just looking for a breather. Barrios is trying to get a little bit of a breather, but this is better. This is more positive round that he's enjoyed.
Head punches from Barrios. Tries to keep his feet moving. Comes the same impact. It's another big round. Is already beginning to celebrate.
Jolting left hand, scoring the knockdown there. The problem is that he only fights one way.
But Pacquiao has obviously trained. He's hit with a stick on his body by Justin Fortunes him up.
I mean, this is really controlled stuff from Pac, doing the same things a little bit, maybe too predictable. His feet are set, so these punches are really solid.
Haphazard.
Yeah, but when he has to go hunting for a opponent, even you see little glimpses of it there. But the fact that Barrios is himself back into the fight is really suiting Pacquiao. Pacquiao's controlled.
Can't get through the tighter defense of Pacquiao. But they deal with Pacquiao when the Philippines right now.
Pacquiao is pouncing. He knows he's in with a real good pro here.
That he's fighting somebody just a little bit special. That particular country. Pacquiao bell. Do you think he will?
Fight that Pacquiao is enjoying. He doesn't have to go looking, so he's setting us as tough. We know that. He's gritty, he's proud, but often still managing to come back.
Barrios was taken out in a... apart from one on points, controversial. Not once in his life.
I mean, Pacquiao landing the better shots, but he's not going looking for Larry. Could make a little bit easier for himself if it was in his nature, but as you can...
attempting to get the jab out and drive the looping right. Versatility all with Pacquiao. And the...
See, at this pace, Barrios does have chances of nicking when he raises the pace, puts punches together. You can see who the boss is.
Actions again from Pacquiao. There's bruising under both eyes. Again picking the left hand, Pacquiao.
The things. Pacquiao just raises.
As that left eye starts to get work. Gutsy though, isn't he, the Mexican?
Steady pressure is the reason that Barrios, these are draining punches. Difficult arm punches coming back from Barrios now, but still nothing wrong.
The round that he stopped Eric Morales in steady pressure. Still Barrios hangs in there. His body into shape, Barrios, for this one.
I mean, this is not a bad round from Barrios here. First signs that lost there from Pacquiao, but he's happy to step off, get his breath forward, trying to work every second.
Manny Pacquiao maybe trying to save a bit of ringcraft and generalship than he did previously in his career, Pacquiao.
Hasn't put an enormous dent in Barrios. Barrios still look.
Yeah, best round for a while for Oscar Barrios, who's... But he get 12 rounds before. Barrios more traumatic 7th and 8th rounds, particularly Barrios.
And Pacquiao's punches now.
Could there be a twist late on as Pacquiao try Barrios' ribs up, go to the body.
He looks like a man who's pacing himself because he'll fall the way through this fight. There's not with the intensity, but we've seen a lot more technique breather now. But we've criticised Pacquiao's side to him and still well in control. Certainly well ahead on my
bodyguards wherever he goes here in the Philippines the night. Had to do it because the film was about him.
Wasted just simply because maybe the stamina that should be there.
Things out with thought beyond quieter round. Barrios still in the middle sessions and that damage to the eye. Stood his ground, but here is Manny Pacquiao. The job well.
Possibility has underestimated the toughness and the grit of Barrios.
Four with a Jorge Barrios, the WBO champion. So there's plenty there, and Eric Morales maybe one more time for Pacquiao. Tries to ease home against Barrios.
No question whatsoever. I'm just surprised at the amount of counter punch was effective.
Still comes forward. Really is full of heart and determination. Looking down at the crowd, but back he goes onto the mission. 40 seconds left. Pacquiao let him.
Sagged to the canvas there. His own punches don't have much snap now. I think he's looking for
20 seconds to go. Can Pacquiao get the stoppage? He's done everything, play his part. But Manny Pacquiao when
Nang matapos ang 12 rounds, unanimous decision ang naging resulta. Malinis, malinaw, at marangal ang panalo ni Manny Pacquiao. Pero higit sa resulta, ang gabi na iyon ay pagdiriwang ng pagkakaisa ng bansa mula sa mga tagahanga sa Araneta hanggang sa mga Pilipino sa bawat sulok ng mundo. Hindi lang siya nanalo bilang boksingero, nanalo siya bilang simbolo ng Pilipino. Kung magkakataon, ang bakbakang Mario Barrios kontra Manny Pacquiao. Ito rin kaya ang maging kapalaran ng ating 8 Division World Champion at the best in the world. At gumawa na naman ng history, si Manny Pacman Pacquiao.